before, and I wasn't happy about it. It was like, bro, I
Yeah,
don't even want to be here. Like, I could
it's
care less
hurtful.
about any of these
Hurtful.
other 100 players here, bro. Don't want to see. I want to see one person.
So it's
So it's
like
like,
you getting paid $150 million, bro. You tell
tell
me
him that's a good contract for him.
you can't be in shape to play, bro. And I
No, and
get
that's getting more hard. It's getting soft again. My arms that were looking a little bigger, not looking as
man,
big.
it's a
And you
grind.
kind
My
of just
jaw dropped. I was shocked because they were talking about that the day before. They're like, "No, he shouldn't be fired. He's good, whatever." And I think there was even a post saying his job was safe. And then to see him get fired, I'm just like,
You are now watching the Westmoreland Bros Podcast.
ah,
you know how you feel, how you be.
man, I'm feeling great. Little do people know, we ain't recorded in who knows how many months. Well, we recorded that one technically, but I mean, besides that, and stuff still comes out every day on YouTube. On YouTube at least. Sorry, gotta get better with other socials. That's on me.
That's all right, man. We gonna get 3 a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting that out there so the people hear. 3
Yeah.
posts a day coming, consistency.
Yeah.
We got to get on their algorithms, man.
Well, you're right.
We got to get more people who see us so they can appreciate the wholesome content we giving. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. I do.
Speaking of that, this is gonna be a little shout out to our cousin Herbie, his daughter Addie. They have created. We drop every Monday. Obviously, you guys know that. You watch. We appreciate y'all.
We do.
But Herbie and Addie, they watch it every Wednesday. They say they have their Westmoreland Wednesdays, and I couldn't appreciate that. I couldn't appreciate
I like
that
that.
anymore.
Maybe
So
we
this
should
is,
switch it to Wednesday. I don't know. I kind of like that. So
Hey.
what the heck? It's kind of fire.
you know what I mean? So
That
shout out them. They do that every
Yeah.
week. You know what I
Dang,
mean?
that's actually that has a way better reach to a Westmoreland Wednesday. Dang.
They might have created something.
Well, we might, yeah. I don't know. We have to talk about that off camera and see what we got to do with that. That's a good one.
That's why I had to share. You know what I mean?
That's a
family
good
helping
one.
family. We need that. We need that.
Ah, shout out to them. That's beautiful. Westmoreland Wednesday. What should do for that? That's really good.
Thanks.
I seen this one post though, and it kind of got me thinking. I am a picky food eater. Kennedy is more open than I am, I would say. Kind of.
Okay.
Maybe we both are. I don't know. I've been more open as of lately. Anyway, the post said, "What food tastes just as good cold as it does hot?" And it kind of had me stumped because I really only do one or the other. It's tough for me to really commit to something being hot and then being cold. Like a perfect example people would usually say is pizza. They're like, "Oh,
It's
pizza tastes
disgusting
just
cold."
as good." Right, it tastes just as good cold as it does hot. I'm just like, no, it doesn't. Even when mine cools down, it's like lukewarm. I'm just like, oh, I can't even. Then you heat it up, it don't taste the same when you buy it from somewhere. So, yeah, I was thinking, I was like, what I genuinely like that's hot and cold. And I was like cereal, and I was like, that makes no sense. So, what do you think for you? What would be something that's just as good hot as it is cold?
What I thought of kind of right away, and let me talk. I thought about bread, and I don't put my bread in the fridge or nothing, but I
Okay.
have it like not in the fridge, so it's like room temperature, but then you heat it up for toast. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. That was something I don't know.
But it says cold and
yeah.
hot. That loop, that's not a bad one though. I don't think that's a bad one. I think that's a pretty good start. I think we found
Cold and hot.
something.
Veggies. You can have like cold carrots, and then you can make hot carrots or broccoli, or veggies you can eat cold or hot.
You could, but do you like it like that? I don't like. I like steamed broccoli. So a cold broccoli, like if I dip it in ranch, which just really makes it sugary, I guess I could do it. Same with the carrot, but I'm not ordering that. If they put it on my plate.
I think a carrot cold, I mean, I can eat like a rabbit, and then hot I can eat. Obviously, I like it heated up, warm,
Right.
no doubt. But
Right.
that's a food, and that is something I would eat cold or hot, because it's not pizza. I wouldn't eat a meal. What about soup? Would you eat cold soup and hot soup?
Maybe.
But it's
I
better
wouldn't
hot.
prefer that. Yeah, I wouldn't prefer that. Usually when I'm eating soup, it's like I'm trying to get rid of a sickness type situation. That's when I enjoy soup the most. Good chicken noodle soup. But yeah, I would not prefer to eat it cold. Yeah.
But honestly, stick with my vegetable argument, because I think you have to keep vegetables in the fridge. At least I do. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe some people leave them out. It's not like
Yeah.
fruit. Some fruit you can leave out. Apples, oranges, I don't put in the fridge. Some people do, which is interesting to me. I don't do
Yeah.
that. But then again, I don't heat those up. So it's like veggies. I put all my veggies in the fridge and I heat them up. So I'm gonna stick with veggies. Like I'm gonna stick with a carrot specifically. A carrot, I'll eat cold, I'll eat hot. That's the one that I can think of right now.
Now, if there's one thing I will say about you, I feel like you would be considered a chicken connoisseur, right?
I'm not eating
You
cold chicken.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
Ooh,
But
wait.
on a salad, you wouldn't eat cold chicken though? That's what I'm
Nah,
saying.
That's what I thought of. Yeah, if it's
That's
cut
what I'm
up,
saying.
but then again, it's kind of not the best though, because like when you think about it, when you go to a restaurant, the chicken is not necessarily hot. Like if I go
Yeah.
to Chick-fil-A, well, it's not necessarily hot, but it ain't cold though. It's just kind of like there. I don't even
You
know.
put it in the fridge though and you eat it cold, are you mad?
Not usually. I'm not gonna say Chick-fil-A for that one because theirs is usually breaded. I don't get the grilled. But yeah, if it's not breaded chicken, if it's grilled chicken, then yeah, I could do that. I like it when it's not cold, but at the same time,
Now, is that only
Chicken.
pertaining to a salad though? Or is it if it's just grilled chicken by itself, you can eat a grilled chicken hot and cold, no salad?
nah, cause I cook a lot of grilled chicken with grilled chicken, rice, and veggies. That's like one of my go-to like meal preps. Just
It's a healthy meal.
Yeah, it's easy to go to. It's healthy. I get my
Very.
protein. I get my veggies. My rice is good. I don't know if rice is carbs or not. It might be. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm not either.
But I know
couldn't tell you.
pasta's carbs, so who knows? But anywho, yeah. So it's like a good go-to meal. But I have had chicken. I've looked at it. I'm like, I don't feel like eating this up. But I'm like, I got to because I ain't gonna eat it cold. It's too like dry almost. You know what I mean? And shout out Pops. He put me on this trick years ago growing up. But you add a little water or something you heating up. You put if you are less fortunate like me, you just put another plate over the plate. But if you got one of the microwaves that come with the top or whatever, yeah, you cover your plate up with whatever you have to. It doesn't matter. And the steam that builds the steam up, so it gets a little more fresh than if you just threw it in there with no water or no plate over it. So learning that has really helped. Maybe that's made me a little more bougie, where I don't eat cold stuff. But yeah, man. Another one I thought about was oatmeal. Oatmeal you can heat up. I've done it my whole life, but now they have these things which are called oats overnight, which I actually don't like. I'm still trying to see if maybe what you do breakdown for all the people out there who already know. Shouts out you. For the ones that don't know, like Z, what you do is you put water and or milk in there, whichever one you prefer. I like milk with my oatmeal. You put it in the cup or whatever it comes in. You put it in the fridge. You have to let it sit at least 4 hours. It can go to 6 hours or longer, doesn't matter. But you do it overnight. So before I go to bed, if I was having oatmeal in the morning, pour my milk in there, put it in the fridge, have it in the morning ready to go. Oh, cool. You just drink it like soggy cereal. And that's what it tastes like to me, soggy cereal. But my homie Bobby, shout out Bobby, he was like, maybe you're letting it sit too long. Maybe you want to hit closer to the 4 hour mark. I don't sleep for just 4 hours though, and this isn't something I want throughout the day. So that's kind of my dilemma right now. But don't like oats overnight. They taste pretty bad. The flavor is there for sure, but it's just like soggy cereal.
It sounds horrible. I don't know why anybody would do that. I think I was agreeing with you.
A lot of people.
Really? It's popular?
It's huge, bro. Huge.
Really?
Yeah, that's the reason I got it, because it got 15 grams of protein in each little bottle. So I'm like, I need my protein, and I need, I don't know if that's carbs too. I really don't. But I'm gonna say carb. I just, I need some food in the morning quick.
We need to figure out what the definition of carbs is.
We do. I that's my goal for next time. You know what I mean? But I need something quick, and sometimes before I go to the gym, it's like, should I eat something light? Should I not? So I tried that one day, and it worked out because I didn't like get sick or anything at the gym.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't good to.
If you eat too much, you will get sick.
Like you'll feel oatmeal for sure. That's why I usually just eat like a banana or like a couple pieces of watermelon or something before I go to the gym. Something light, but something refreshing is gonna get my body going. And then after the workout, you eat. But that could be another one. Oatmeal, cold and hot. Let us know.
So if you ate a full meal, you just couldn't go to the gym at all? Because I feel like for me, I could, I don't know. I don't mind eating full meals and then going for a workout. Like it's kind of refreshing,
No, I don't know. Maybe it's because we go at two different times a day. I really try to get my workouts in at 5 a.m.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's the most productive to me. If I don't get it in at 5 a.m., if I try after work, it's really detrimental and
Yeah,
depressing.
yeah.
Even if I just don't do anything that day, it's like 10 noon hits, and it's like I can go to the gym, but I feel so much better when I do it in the morning. I don't know if it's because
That's a
and
good
the gym,
routine. That's a good
no,
routine.
it is, and I got to get back into it because we were just in New York, which I was supposed to be for a week, but
Bro,
I was
then
there
that
for
just
like,
messes you up, bruh.
bro, I was there for 3, 4 days, and then what was worse, I came home sick, so I can't go to the
Yeah.
gym sick when I'm hacking up all the mucus and stuff. So I'm, man,
Yeah.
it hasn't been fun, bro.
That's one thing I appreciate about the cruise, and I know you really weren't like on your workout vibes when we went on the cruises, but they have a beautiful gym, bro, and you can just go in there
Man,
and do what you gotta do, and you can maintain that habit compared to other places we go to, like New York, for example. If we're not with the New Yorkers, then they're probably not gonna go to the gym, and even if we were, they're not gonna go to the gym the time you want to go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So vacation can really mess up like your habits, and not that you can't get back into it, but it's just kind of an inconvenience, you know?
it's hard. You get sad because you're like, dang, did I lose the gains I just had? Especially for two people like us. We trying to
Yes.
build muscle. Our metabolisms are already fast.
Yes.
We trying to eat right. It just makes stuff so complicated. It's like,
So
dang,
complicated.
my six pack that was looking more six packy and more hard is getting soft again. My arms that were looking a little bigger, not looking as
Man,
big.
the
And you kind of
grind.
just get down, bro. And that's
It's grind.
I gotta
And we
get
do
back
it. The
to
thing
it.
is, we do it super naturally. Like most people, should I say most people? I don't know. I think if you're really committed to the gym, more times than not, they're taking supplements. That is what they encourage you to do. They want you to take supplements, whether it's creatine or some other kind of like body enhancer. And we, at least me, I don't think you do it. But yeah, neither one of us really do that. So it's like we're consistent in the gym, but we don't take those supplements to give us like that extra edge. We do it the natural way. So which makes it even more difficult.
Yeah, one, because I don't get enough protein, and I don't get enough anything, I don't think, despite trying to. I did just
It's a real
recently
effort. It's a real effort.
it is. I did recently just get some protein powder after thorough investigation to make sure I knew what was in it,
Oh,
this,
okay,
and
okay.
that. And I would definitely shout them out. But unfortunately, I ordered 3 to 4 day shipping and it didn't come for 2 weeks. So I'm not shouting them out. I'm not giving them any free promotion to
You were
the
pissed.
little group of people that watches us because they don't need to know. If my next shipment comes on time, if I like it, I might shout it out. But I was not happy because ordered it so I could get it before New York. It didn't come till the Saturday I got back from New York. Literally
Jeez.
2 weeks, bro. I emailed them about it. I went on the Instagram page. No contact from me because I'm of no status. I'm not a celebrity or anything, so they could care less. But it's like, bro, why would I pay an extra $9.98, rounded up to $10, when you're not even gonna ship it when I want, bro? I should have just did the
Did you
standard
get it back?
shipping. Did I get what back?
The shipping.
They never hit me back, bro. I didn't get nothing back. I just got the product, bro. And
Not even the email?
no, nothing,
That's
bro. I got
crazy.
nothing, bro. So I wasn't
That's
happy
crazy.
with their customer service or anything.
Horrible
But
customer service.
their product seems really good. So I look forward to using it. Speaking of that, you just mentioned creatine. I don't take creatine. That's protein. It's like plant-based protein powder. But creatine I had looked up because you and I are so bothered by it. And I didn't know if you knew, but we already have creatine in our body.
Naturally,
That shit-
right.
yeah, and I guess I ain't gonna lie. I don't like science. I don't. I'm not a doctor, so it's not that I should know this anyway. But we naturally
Right.
have it, so it just gives you a little boost.
Right. A little.
Yeah, which was interesting because I didn't know that.
Right.
But yeah, shouts out to plant-based protein, the whey protein out there, all the healthy stuff. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, diet. I just went grocery shopping yesterday, 2 days ago. Yesterday, 2 days ago, spent $175, which was heartbreaking. But I got the food I needed. I got some healthy drinks I needed, some veggie drinks. Yeah, we're doing good. in that aspect.
175 is a lot of money. It's crazy how fast your grocery bill goes up. Like, you think you're good, you start doing the math, one thing after another, you need something for something else, and it's like, bro, you spend easy money. 175 is kind of small, I'm not gonna lie.
I eat eggs a lot, so I got 2 cartons of the 18s, so I had 36 now. And the eggs was at least, I think, 5 something a piece, so that's $10 to $11 right there. And like eggs used to be like $3 or something. So they went up at least $2. At least $2. So that's $4.
Yes.
So that's like little things like that add up because now that went up. Now if I get this juice is healthy. Healthy juice is so much more expensive than cheap juice. You can get them cheap fruit punches and peach punch and all that, bro. 99 cents, $1.99, cool. You get the healthy stuff that's maybe the same carton, maybe a little smaller, bro. Like $7, $8, $9, $10, bro. And it's like, dog, I be in my own kitchen trying to drink, and it's like, dang, let me not have a full cup, let me have a half cup because I want it to last. Like, it's just so.
Plus, it goes bad quicker too. The unhealthy stuff's cheaper and it just lasts forever because it's chemicals, bro. It's straight chemicals. And the healthy stuff, I will say though, one thing I do appreciate, eggs. I feel like eggs last such a long time. Like compared to other healthy stuff, they do. Even past like the expiration date, I think you do the float test. I can't remember if it sinks. If you're good, or if it floats, you're good. I think if it sinks, you're good. But the float test goes crazy. So it's like eggs. I will say I feel like eggs are a relatively good investment. And there was some crazy stat. I don't know the exact number, but it was like eggs have went up 120% in the last year, something like that, bro. I don't know if that's accurate, but like the price of eggs have really skyrocketed for no reason. Like it might be worth it to just buy a chicken. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, at this point, we should have just took granddad's, one for each of us, and put a little.
Well, they said those stop laying eggs allegedly.
Oh, that's when you just have a chicken.
What do you mean by that?
You have a chicken that night for dinner. Whatever you need is there.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Simple as that, man. Hey, speaking of chickens, this has nothing to do with what I'm about to say, but it kind of just threw me off. Knicks fired their head coach after he had the greatest season for them, took them to the Eastern Conference Finals. They had a chance to win. He is at no fault for them losing at all, like at all. They're talking about, oh, you played Brunson too many minutes. I'm pretty sure Brunson wanted to play those minutes, and maybe it's just called conditioning in the NBA. Yeah. And speaking of conditioning in the NBA, can I ask your hot take on that? But this is going to be a hotter take that I think you'll talk about more. LeBron, in a recent interview with Steve Nash, mentioned how there should be pretty much a month rest between regular season and playoffs so your body can re-heal for all the physicality. And I don't, me personally, my hot take, that's just him talking at 40 years old. He can't keep up.
Yes.
He's younger. I mean, he's not younger anymore. So now he's 40 and he's like, dang, like, make it more manageable for me specifically. Then, maybe he win more games and not losing 5. What do you think? What do you think about the Knicks? What do you think about the Knicks firing him?
Okay, so we'll start with the Knicks. The Knicks fired him. Honestly, I opened Instagram. I was at work, and my jaw dropped. I was shocked. Because they were talking about that the day before. They're like, no, he shouldn't be fired. He's good, whatever. And I think there was even a post saying his job was safe. And then to see him get fired, I'm just like the Knicks have been nowhere in forever. Right? They're about to be in the finals. How many times they've been in the finals? I don't even know. So it's like, you were so close, and there are definitely games where you could have did better. Nobody's perfect. You lost.
That's every game for every team.
Exactly. There's mistakes along the way, of course, but he did a good job. And to say that players are just not in condition enough to play is ridiculous, bro. Because I remember very vividly, bro, when LeBron was after his first ring, bro. And I can't speak on other finals. I'm sure he did this multiple times. I'm sure, but when he's going for that first finals, that man never sat out, bro. He played every single minute. I don't know if it was every game or just the closeout game, but he made sure he was ready. Even Al Horford talked on that. He said, man, when he was on the Celtics, he was like, man, we was playing LeBron, and we was on the bench gas, and we look over, and LeBron's just standing there, unfazed. So it's like, bro, get in shape. You're supposed to be able to do this. Mikal Bridges has never missed an NBA game in his life. Why? Because he's in shape. So it's like when you're getting paid at the highest level, you need to be in shape to play. So it's like maybe he could manage their minutes better to where they'll be more efficient down the stretch. But even that argument is relatively dumb because I think Brunson won Clutchest Player of the Year, right? Which means that his minutes are managed enough or he's in condition enough to where he can be great down the stretch. The only thing I would criticize Thibodeau on with being a very casual Knicks fan, I'm not a Knicks fan, like I've watched him casually, will be game, I think, 1 where they blew that lead. Maybe he could have called a timeout to prevent that a little bit. But even in that, it's your players' fault for giving up 17-14 9-point lead.
You give up a 9-point lead with 50 seconds left. Come on, the coach can only do so much. He can't make threes for you. He can't tell you to hold defense. He can tell you to hold defense, but he can't hold defense better for
He
you.
can't.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
can't tell you to play with pride. Yeah,
That's
a little
it,
bit hard.
bro.
I think they're at home, right?
Yes.
Because the Knicks were like, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, what? So yeah, firing Tom Thibodeau was dumb, and I think someone posed a good question. They were like, who do you expect to get for him? Like, you fired him, so who you gonna replace him now? You know what I'm saying?
Mike Malone.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Thibodeau could have went deeper in his bench throughout the season, but generally speaking, it was a pretty dumb firing. They went pretty far, and they could, just as easy as they got eliminated, they could have went to the finals.
Simple as
In
that,
my
man.
opinion. Yeah.
Take 2, LeBron.
So the LeBron thing, I do agree with you. When you said it, that's the first thing I thought of, because he's 40. Obviously, he needs more rest. A month is a little excessive, because I don't know. I don't have, as much as I love LeBron, I don't have every interview he's done memorized. So maybe he said that before. But yeah. And I think other players would agree with him because they're very injured, but they just don't take care of themselves. Honestly, in my opinion, they don't. Because you have the best trainers in the world, the best conditioning in the world. You get paid literally hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't know if you saw, there's a post today, because I know you're not on the internet as much as me, but Tyler Hero signed a 3-year, $150 million contract, bro. Did you see that?
But the Heat?
Yeah, Tyler Hero.
Ooh, that's good for him.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that was like a projected thing or if he actually like did it, but it looked like he did it. So it's like, you getting paid $150 million, bro. You tell me
That's a good contract for him.
You can't be in shape to play, bro. And
that's the thing, bro. You gotta understand. One, if you want to be in shape with all that money, you can be. But it's once again, how many people, and we don't know because we don't see them every day. But when you see them play, and when they get hurt so quick, you can imagine how many people just don't care in the off season. How many people literally don't do anything until training camp a month before. That's their fault, bro. Like, that's on you. It is what it is. And then also, bro, people fail to understand this is still the human body. We are not robots. We're not indestructible. So it's like, bro, at the end of the day, some injuries are just going to happen. You can't help it. And once you get past a certain age, when you playing past, especially 35, bro, you see Dame, he got hurt. That's really not a shock, bro. One, you just came off a blood clot somewhere. And two, you're old to be playing these physical sports professionally still. It is what it is. You're not an old man, so you're not gonna croak over and die. But at the end of the day, when you're running up and down and you're giving your body all that work, all the time, it's like, bro, it's going to add up. Yeah, some people don't get hurt. LeBron has never truly had a serious injury in the NBA, which is one of the things I find fascinating. Like, his groin was probably the biggest thing in the most recent years. Like, that's it. But like, you look at other people like AD, he's always hurt. Joel Embiid, he's always hurt. And it's like, bruh, you guys are big man, like, you're tall. So you have to use your body different. You have to work out different. You have to train. You have to, what is that called? You have to
get in shape.
Well, not get in shape, but just after you're training, you got to take time to heal. What is that called? I'm thinking of a word. It's bypassed.
Recover?
Yeah, you have to recover different. It just is what it is. So if you're not doing everything you're supposed to, bruh, yeah, you're gonna get hurt more often than not. It is what it is. Even with DeMarcus Cousins, we saw him, bro, one of the best big men of our time, bro, stayed hurt, bro. He couldn't stay healthy, bro. When he was on the Warriors, everybody went crazy about it, and I was excited. He got hurt from just jogging back on the other side of the court. Nobody touched him. Nobody was near him. Just fell down, bro. Another injury. Take care of your body. And once again, maybe he was. At the end of the day, injuries just happen sometimes. Everybody's body is different. Everybody can't be a LeBron. Everybody can't be a Steph. And even with Steph, bro, his ankles have been horrible since high school. But he just knows how to condition. He knows how to train where it's like, hey, I got bad ankles. I got to wear these supports. Maybe I can't do this, and that. But he knows what to do. He knows what not to do. And he's effective, just like Bron. And there's a number of other guys, but those two are the most popular, so we'll stick with them. But yeah, it kind of is what it is, bro. But it is sad for those who don't take time to take care of themselves. You get paid millions, bro.
I think there's also two sides of it. I think for one, a lot of people in the NBA are not going to be remembered. That's just the way it is, bro. It's only going to be the absolute legendary players that are going to be remembered and talked about. And that's the way it is. So it's like, how much do you really like to play basketball? I think that's what it comes down to, bro. let's take you for example. We'll work to Amazon. We both worked at Amazon at a point in our lives, right? Let's say Amazon came out to you, right? They came out to you and said, we'll say the Tyler Hero deal. We'll give you $150 million for 3 years. You don't
work it out.
If you don't show up to work, you still get the money. If you perform bad, you still get the money. And if people hate you, you still get the money.
I'm there.
You're there. And there's gonna be days you don't show up. You might not show up any of the days for the 3 years. And you guarantee still get all the money if you don't show up. So it's like when you pay these NBA players guaranteed money. NFL is so much more different. NFL, you get some money, and then they're like, all right, now you gotta do some things, and then you can get the rest of this money. NBA, nah, here's $200 million, all yours. You don't have to show up ever. There'll be players who haven't been in the league for years still getting millions, bro. So it's like when you're getting that kind of money, it comes down to how much do you actually enjoy playing basketball? How much do you actually care about what the fans think about you? And if you don't care, you're not gonna perform. You're not gonna be in shape. You got $150 million. That's generational wealth is saying it too nicely, bro. That feeds your family, your kids, your kids. $150 million, bro. A lot of people don't see $1 million in their life, bro. You can make $150 million go forever, quite literally.
And that's what Kobe said in one of his interviews. He was like, he was sick or maybe hurt. He had a shoulder injury. And I think he said he was about to play against Vince Carter. And like those two back then, like that's a matchup everybody want to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Vince got the boomies like crazy. He dunking on any and everybody. Kobe is Kobe, cool. So it's like he had a shoulder injury. Somebody said, "Are you gonna play?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play." He was like, "One, because Vince, like I'm not having Vince think that I sat out and I didn't want to play him." He was like, "Man, skip this shoulder. Like, I'm gonna go out there and ball." But he was like, "Two." He's like, bro, there's people who literally saved up money to come see me play. This might be the only game that they get to come see me play at. He was like, they feel if I sat on the bench, waste of money. I remember that happened to me one time. I think when Curry came up here,
man,
maybe he had a bad game. I can't remember, but somebody sat out before, and I wasn't happy about it. It was like, bro, I don't even want to be here. Like I can care less about any of these other 100 players here, bro. Don't want to see. I want to see one person. So it's like. People don't have that love, and the one person
they don't
relate an injury to where it just happens and he literally can't control it. But when he is healthy, he plays. It's Kawhi Leonard, bro. Kawhi has got hurt multiple times, but when he can play, he plays with his heart, bro. He wears his heart on his sleeve. You know what I mean?
But
Joel Embiid will play every third game just so he don't get hurt. Where is that? Where is that from? It still gets hurt, bro. That's why I think we talked about this before. NBA needs to redo the contracts where they guarantee. If it's a $200 million contract, hey, you're guaranteed 25 mil, 50 mil or whatever.
Yeah.
You play once you play after half the season, 41 games is done. If you played 90% of those games, all right, you get this other side of the check. Same thing with the back end of it. You play 90%, then you get the rest of the check. And then if you make it to playoffs, then we know bonuses come in. Great, cool.
Right.
But it's like that is bogus where. That is bogus, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You make too much money, guaranteed, and they don't care, bro. They fine. I don't know, doing whatever.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. And there are some in the NBA. There are some like bonuses. Like I think I seen Buddy Hield had one when he was on the Kings. I could be wrong, but he was on a different team, and he had like a 3-point contract bonus where if he hits a certain amount of threes a game or in a season or whatever, he'll get X amount of dollars. So there's different stuff like that, but it's nothing like the NFL. NFL is like you can double your salary type stuff. NBA is like you'll get an extra $1 million, but you're already getting paid $200 million. So it's like if I hit it, cool. If not, I don't know.
They contract be $100 million, and it'd be like $40 million guaranteed right away. All these stipulations, which is good though, because it's like, bro, you just gotta play, bro. You gotta show up. You gotta earn your money.
As you should.
It's the same thing at our 9 to 5 job. For me, I've been on salary before, right? AT&T, they're like, we're gonna give you. I made a little less than $55,000 right away. I made $54,000 and some change. They're like, that's what you're getting salary, but then on top of that, your commission. Like you can make anywhere from at least $20,000 or more. All of that commission is one on me. If I don't sell a thing, I don't see no commission. So now I'm just living off the $54,000 that I'm making. And even at that, bro, it's like everything's taxed, right? So I'm not seeing all the $54,000. I'm seeing a little over half of that, right? Just because
Right.
taxes, that's how it is. So it's like, bro, I have to work for my money. Just like the new job I got right now with True Green. I got, what is it? It's the same thing, bro. But it's like part of it is not all guaranteed, man. And even when you do have guaranteed stuff at any job, is it enough? Like, you know what I mean? Everybody's trying to get a raise. You cannot get
Right.
a raise if you're not showing up to work. If you're that person that calls in
Man.
every week or even
Yes.
every month a couple times,
Yes.
bro, you're not getting a raise. They're gonna keep you where you are, and
Probably
everybody,
gonna get fired.
yeah, any job, bro, you need a raise. So it's just like NBA, bro. This needs to be okay. You get a raise of $5 million when you do this, and millions, bro. We're not talking 100,000. We're not talking thousands. We're not talking $100. We're not talking a simple raise that normal people like we would get. Like, oh, you get 50 cents. Oh, you get $1. They couldn't imagine that. Like, that's what we really living off of. You see what I'm saying? And we,
Right.
oh, I got that 50-cent raise. I got to go after my promotion, 90 days. All right, I gotta show up these 90 days. Like,
Yep.
I got to. I can't
Facts.
call in. I can't.
People don't, man. They don't call in. And they don't call in.
You get that 50-cent raise, then you like, bet, what's next? All right, 6 more months, I can get $1 raise? What I gotta do? All right, bet, say less. Like, bro,
That's so
that's
sad
real.
hearing it like that. That's real. That's
It's real though.
man.
Once
That's
you add
real.
millions to it, people like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't need
Yeah,
that.
once you hit that, bro, hit 150 million, bro. What? Like, what do you have to? You chilling? You could just live your dreams, bro. You're gonna be on an island every day,
Guaranteed.
cool. You feel like going somewhere cold, cool. You want to go buy your parents a new house in Timbuktu, cool. Like, you're not worried about nothing. 150 million. Let's.
150 mil. Make sure to like, comment, share with everybody you know, and subscribe.